G'day guys, here we are at the number 43 footstool. This one's a little bit different. We've got two drawings to work from. So we've got just, an isometric view here, a sort of exploded view, and then a few just sort of detail shots of the different components. So I reckon the probably easiest part to get started with on this model would be this rail here, because we can make one of those and, just multiply it across for the other side. So to do that, we can see the piece is 400 millimeters long, it's 65 millimeters wide, and 19 millimeters thick. So let's get that piece in. To do that, we'll put in a rectangle that's 19, 400, enter, thickness and length, and we'll push it up for a width of 65. Okay, look at that. So, as always, triple click, right click, make component, and create. Okay, now let's double click on it and let's see what information we've got here about this piece. I'll just zoom in a little bit. So we've got 20 millimeter chamfers on the bottom corners. That's pretty easy. We've got housing joints here that are 5 degrees on an angle. So I guess that's so the legs can sort of splay out at an angle like that. Yep. So that those top and bottom edges are going to be planed to 5 degrees as well. And the housing joint is half the depth of the material. Okay. So if it's 19 millimeters, that means it'll go in 9.5. So the information we have is the top of that slope is 40 millimeters in. So let's go from this corner here, 40, enter, and then a gap of 19 mil for our timber. Okay. Then we've got to use a protractor to put in those 5 degree slopes. So we need to be on the red axis. We click on that, click straight down, and then we want to go across and hit 5, enter. And that puts in a 5 degree line. Okay, same thing, red axis, click, click, go across, 5, enter. Okay, so there's those two lines. That was pretty easy. Now we can do the exact same on the other side. We go 40, leave a gap of 19, enter, and then we can use a protractor here. Oops, sorry, on the wrong axis there. Make sure you get it on the red axis. If it's not going, just hit the right arrow key and it'll snap onto the red axis. So click once, click down, move it across, hit 5, enter. Same here, click, click, and 5, enter. Perfect. Now we can probably just go over those with the pencil tool. That might be easiest. There, and there to there. And we've got to push it in half the depth. So that is 9.5. 5, enter, double click on this one, and it'll do the same. Right, easy peasy. So let's see, we're going to put that chamfer in. So we can measure 20 millimeters in this way and 20 millimeters up this way. We'll line in between the two dots and push that all the way through. Okay, so there's that little chamfer. Exact same on the other side. So we'll get the tape measure, click here, 20 millimeters, 20 millimeters, pencil tool, click, click, and that's it. Okay, now there is see in this design, there's a big curve here, right? Big curve there, and it says student to customize decorative edge on rail. So again, this is another opportunity for you guys to put on a custom edge, make it look, as fancy as you want. That you can get creative, use any of these tools you like to put in, whatever design you like. My only advice to you would be try your best to make it symmetrical. You don't want to, have like, for example, I don't know, half circle here, and then a half circle here, and another one here, or something like that. It just looks a bit weird. I would just try and make it symmetrical. For example, a nice easy one would be the curve like I've done here. So we go from here, leave a gap of maybe, let's say 30 mil. Same on the other side, gap of 30 mil. Then I can go with the 2-point arc, click from guide point to guide point, push it up, and see down here, it's giving us the bulge information. So we want to be going up on the blue axis, and I reckon a bulge of maybe 25 would be all right. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. So we can just push that through like that, and that's that piece done. Okay, fantastic. So I can edit, delete guides to get out of that. And yeah, that looks pretty good. Now, when you guys do it, I don't want you to just do a simple curve like that. Try and come up with something a little bit more creative. I just don't want to waste too much time going over that on this video. Now, because we need to make a copy of this for the other side, the whole thing is 140 millimeters wide from outside to outside. So let's go from this top corner over here with the tape measure, measure across on the red axis. There we go, 140 millimeters. Okay, we'll grab the move tool, hit control to make a copy, and we'll make a copy of this, and we want to move it across, but we need to flip it. Or again, we could grab one of these red nodes and just rotate it. What do they want? 90 degrees. There we go. So we grab the move tool again and just drop it on that guide point. Okay, so those two pieces are now 140 millimeters apart, and that's all we need to do with them, I think. So next, we can get started on the legs. Probably be the next best bit to get started on. So what information do we have? It's 140 wide because it's got to go in between these two. You can see here there's going to be a little chunk cut out to sort of fit into that housing joint. And so that's 65 millimeters, and the top and bottom edges are plane to 5 degrees, so we can do that pretty easy. And we've just got a design on each leg that the student is to customize. So again, just something you can put in however you like. So to do this, we'll draw it a little bit away or just underneath the two rails we've done already. We'll put in 140 by 19, like that. We'll push it down by 200. We'll work on it down here just so we're a bit away from everything. So we'll triple click, right click, make it a component, create, and I'll just move it down on the blue axis a little bit. Okay, so for starters, let's double click on it so we can edit this component. We want to go, let's see, probably with the protractor first, and we want to make those 5-degree slopes. So from here to here, we need a slope at 5 degrees. And it's really important that this angle that we put in here is parallel to this angle here. So we need to go from the opposite side this time. That corner to that corner, go up 5 degrees. So see how those two lines are kind of like train tracks, parallel lines? That's what we want. Okay, so that's pretty good for now. From here, we go down 65 millimeters, like it says. 65. And we're going to use a protractor to, again, go from here to here up 5 degrees, because that's going to be at a slope as well. Okay, so I reckon now we can push this. If we draw a line straight across here, we'll push this whole thing in 9.5 mil, so 9.5. Right. Now, instead of doing all that measuring again, we can just transfer these marks straight across to the other side, and that will maintain that angle when we get over here. And if we go from point to point or intersection to intersection, it'll automatically have that angle for us. So push that in, 9.5, enter. So there's those bits removed. That should fit nicely into those housing joints once we tip it on an angle. I'll just get rid of the guides because I think they're getting in the way a little bit. We now need to, on the top here, we've got to plane that edge down to 5 degrees. So to do that, we will need the protractor again, from this corner over to here, down 5 degrees, and just trace that with the pencil tool from intersection to corner, and push it, all the way through. Okay, fantastic. Now we will do that. We'll plane the bottom edge last because it can be a little bit tricky when we actually remove the middle of this piece, because we're going to put in our own custom design here. We actually have to remove material. And if we remove just like a U shape, for example, we wouldn't actually be able to push that all the way through. So we'll do that at the end, and we might have to do that with the solid tools up here. Okay, so for now, let's get started on our design. Again, let's try our best to keep it symmetrical. So let's start off with a center mark. So we've got to go 70 millimeters in. And yeah, okay, I'm not going to go too crazy here with a super nice design, but let's say we go 65 millimeters up, put in a circle, maybe make it with a radius of 30. That looks all right. And then we can go with the pencil tool, maybe from this arc out that way. Yeah, that might look all right. So let's just put a few measurements on so we can keep it symmetrical. From this corner, we'll go in about, let's say 25. Okay, and from this corner in 25 as well. And we'll go from there up to that point. Or maybe even, yeah, I think that looks okay. Here to there. Is that symmetrical? Is it? Yeah, I think it is. It looks okay. Oops, that's my phone going off. Sorry about that. Okay, so I'm going to erase that line here, and I'm going to push this one all the way through. Okay, looks a little bit chunky, but you know, it's not too bad. I remember that's pretty similar to the one I did when I made one in high school. Okay, so let's see. We need to push this. We need to get a little 5-degree angle on that. There's one way I wanted to try that I'm not sure if it'll work or not. So let's just experiment. I go from here across to here and go up 5 degrees. I reckon with the move tool, because, well, for example, I'll show you first. We might run into problems if we try and just push this straight through. See how it doesn't want to, because we've got an angle there, it doesn't want to finish it off. That's going to be a problem. So I'll undo that. Maybe if we get the move tool and we grab this line, there we go, and I hold it on the blue axis and finished on the intersect line. Yeah, there we go, that worked. That pushed it up 5 degrees. Okay, because the other way I was going to suggest is we could exit this component and make a new, oh, did that make that a bit funny? No, that's okay. Yeah, we could make a new component of like a little triangle and push it through that piece and then subtract it with the solid tools that we've used before, but this way it actually works a little bit easier. So we go with the protractor from here to here, up 5 degrees, and I'm going to trace it with the, oh no, I'm not going to trace it with the pencil tool. I'm going to grab the move tool, grab the midpoint of this line, going up on the blue axis, hold down shift, and find that intersection. Constrained on line, intersect line. That's where I want to be. Okay, fantastic. And that is that leg done. So I can exit that now. What we'll have to do is first delete the guides. Now, to get it so it fits in there, at the moment it's standing perfectly vertical. We need to tip it 5 degrees. So to do that, we'll probably just need to grab a corner somewhere, click down and move it out this way, 5, enter. Okay, so that's now moved up off of 5 degrees. Now, if everything has worked properly, we should be able to grab that point, move it up to here, and it fits in. Look at that. Perfect. Everything worked out perfectly. Okay, so same deal. Let's press Control with the Move tool and grab this piece. And we need to move it out of the way here. This time I'll right-click, flip it along, I think the green axis. Nope, not the green axis. Maybe it's the red axis. Flip along red axis. Nope. Blue axis? That can't be right. That'll flip it upside down. How can I get this to, you know what I can do? I can just use the rotate tool. That'll probably work. Rotate it all the way over here, 180 degrees. And then I can use the move tool to push it right into this spot where I want it. Okay, that all sits perfectly flat. That's good. Okay, so that's our base done. Now all we've got to do is put the lid on, which should be the easiest part. So we've got a piece of darker timber. It's 400 long, 19 millimeter wide, 19 millimeters thick, sorry, 140 wide, and we've got a 10 mil chamfer on it. So as long as these are all components, we shouldn't have any problems. We can just grab the rectangle tool, go from corner to corner, and if we look, that should be 400 by 140. Perfect. Push-pull tool, push it up by 19 mil. Great. We'll make it a component quickly. Triple click, make component, create. Okay, now I'm going to double click to enter it. We've got to put in a 10 mil chamfer, and we'll use that follow me tool that we've used before to follow that chamfer all the way around the edge. 10. We've got to draw the chamfer in, and instead of push-pulling it, like I said, we can use this follow me tool to go click on that, and we've just got to trace the whole border. I'm not clicking and holding, I'm just letting the mouse follow it until we get back to the corner where we started. Click, and that's put a nice chamfer on for me all the way around. Okay, fantastic, look at that. Let me go edit, delete guides, we'll give it a quick paint job. dark top, and light timber for everything else. Okay, there we go. So that is our, let me exit that. That's the footstool done. Okay, so that one was pretty easy, not too hard. The next one is going to be tricky. Let me just save this file, save number, what is it, 43 foot stool, but I need to save it in a different folder. Sorry, over here, 43 foot stool, save. Okay, yeah, the next one is the mantle clock, and there are heaps and heaps of bits in here. I think there's only a couple of bits that you wouldn't have done before, but everything else should be skills that you already know how to do. But I'll probably do, I don't know, maybe 10 or so different tutorial videos for each sort of set of components. But yeah, we'll worry about that when we get there. All right, good work, guys. See you in the next video.